What's up, Peak Timers? Phil here from Peak Time Racing. I thought I would make a video that would kind of answer a lot of questions that you guys have been asking me. I get tons of comments and questions from you guys on a daily basis, so sometimes it is hard to answer every single one of you and keep up with all of those. So I thought I would make this video to kind of answer the top questions that I get from you guys. And while you guys are watching this video, you don't have to stare at my face. You can stare at the gameplay footage that I put in the background, so you can enjoy some of that as well. The gameplay footage is from Forza Horizon 3. I'll start with the Hot Wheels pack and I'll mix in a little bit of other stuff later on as well. The first question that I get all the time is, what is my favorite car? And if you guys watch my channel, you know that my favorite car is the McLaren F1, but I have gotten recently a lot of people asking me what my second favorite car of all time is. Now, you guys know that I'm a big Ferrari fan. I've always been a Ferrari guy, true and true. Even though the McLaren F1 is my #1 favorite car, if I made a top 10 list, it would consist of quite a few Ferraris. But my second favorite car of all time is a Ferrari, and it is the Ferrari 458 Speciale. If you don't know what the Ferrari 458 Speciale is, it's the kind of lightweight racing super sports version of the Ferrari 458. And it's just an absolute beast. It's raw power. It's the last of the mid-engine naturally aspirated V8s from Ferrari, as everything else now, like the 488 Pista, the California and all that, are all going into turbos. So the 458 Speciale is all naturally aspirated, no turbos, and it's really one of the best sounding Ferraris of all time. I am absolutely in love with it. It is truly my favorite Ferrari ever, and it is my second favorite car of all time. The next question I get is, what's my favorite Hot Wheels car? And there's a lot of Hot Wheels castings, and obviously I kind of have to be a little bit biased and say that the McLaren F1 GTR is my favorite casting, but there's a lot of like weird different cars that come out that are really cool castings that I just seem to really enjoy. It's hard to narrow down exactly like one casting that I really like. I mean, in recent 2018 set, I really like the Lamborghini Aventador Mira edition, the Supercharger one and the regular one. The mainline actually I like a little bit better. I like the gold wheels on it. And also I really like is the Porsche 934.5. The blue one in particular with the white wheels on it. They did make a Supercharger version of that, but I really like the mainline version of that one as well. So those are kind of ones in recent times that are my favorite casting. Some of the older ones like the Hot Wheels Speed Machines, the Lamborghini Murcielago SV, I really like that casting. And I probably have to say also is the Corvette C7 Z06 or Z06 if you're from the US. That one's a really cool casting of mine as well. And there's a lot of other ones like the Land Rover Defender Double Cab and other recent castings that have come out that I really like. So it's really hard to narrow down a specific single one that I do like my favorite. But let me know in the comments down below which is your guys' favorite casting, and if it's a casting maybe that I don't have, I'd love to get and kind of do a review on it as well. As you guys know, I get Hot Wheels cases on a regular basis. They are all the newest Hot Wheels cars and Hot Wheel releases. And I always get the question on where do I get my cases from. I am 100% not sponsored by Mattel or Hot Wheels at all. So I actually have to purchase these cases from a specific website. The website that I purchased these cases from is trendycounty.com. I'm not sponsored by them either. I don't really like to advertise websites and stuff where I'm not sponsored from or that I buy things from. I get a lot of my cars from eBay, but all of those new cases come from that website. So if you guys want to go on there and buy them, you can, but I will say you do pay a lot for them. It costs anywhere from maybe $2 to $4 per car in Canadian funds, depending on the dollar value at the time. So that's quite expensive when I can buy cars in store for like $1.25 or so. So if you really want to get these cars earlier, you do have to buy these cases and pay premium for each car. Now each case comes with 72 cars, and you do have to realize there's doubles in there, there's fantasy cars, there's really a lot of non-sought after cars that you're paying that full price for as well, since you divide the big cost of the case divided by 72 cars. It's honestly really not that worth it unless you're a YouTuber like myself, or if you really just want to have the new cars right away. you can pay a premium and get them fast and get them right away. But honestly, I would recommend do it the old-fashioned way. Wait for those cars to hit stores, hunt them down in stores, and if they've been released in stores and you really can't find the specific car that you want, then head on over to eBay and you can pay a little bit of a premium for that 1 or 2 cars that you want. But it's really not worth buying the cases online and overseas and paying that huge price for them. I really just would not recommend it. With the new release of the Mattel Fast and Furious set, a lot of people are asking me why I don't collect those sets. Now, I mainly like to stick to Hot Wheels or 1 in 64 scale cars. And the new Fast and Furious set, I did buy the Koenigsegg's from it just because I like those Koenigseggs and I'm a big fan of hypercars and supercars. But I mainly like to stick to 1 in 64 scale cars. And I mainly like to stick to Hot Wheels, but I do adventure out to different brands every now and then. So I don't really want to collect that full Fast and Furious set, even though they do make a lot of really cool cars in them. And they're also quite expensive for what you get. The detail on them is amazing, and if you're a big Fast and Furious fan like myself, maybe you do want to spend that money and get those cars. But for myself, I'm going to stick to the smaller scale cars. A very common question that I get is, why does Hot Wheels not make Ferraris anymore? Now, if you guys don't know anything about licensing, if Hot Wheels wants to produce a car, for example, the McLaren P1, they have to pay McLaren a licensed dollar amount to make that P1. So for every P1 they make, they pay McLaren a certain amount for the cars that are sold, so McLaren makes money on those cars as well. So Hot Wheels and Ferrari had an agreement to produce Ferraris, and they had the license for a long time. And Ferrari kind of got a little bit greedy and decided to demand a little bit too much to license their cars to Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels sells their cars for a very low amount, and it just didn't make any financial sense for them to pay Ferrari the license amount that they wanted to produce Ferraris. So they decided to part ways, and unfortunately, Hot Wheels does not make Ferraris anymore, and we don't know if they ever will or if they're ever going to get the license back. And if you look right now, Ferrari has gone to other manufacturers that are producing the 1 in 64 scale cars of Ferraris, and they're charging crazy amounts. I think it was Barago that started producing Ferraris, and they were charging like $5 for a 1 in 64 scale car. And there you go. I mean, that just shows you that they have to sell that car for $5, and I'm sure a dollar or two is going to Ferrari for every car that's sold. It just doesn't make financial sense, and Barago actually now stopped producing those 1 in 64 scale cars. They've gone over to Tamica. Tamica is now producing like the LaFerrari and a Testarossa. So we just don't know if the license will ever come back to Hot Wheels and if we'll ever see Hot Wheels Ferraris ever again. If you guys are like me, a big Ferrari fan, obviously I hope that that relationship between Ferrari and Hot Wheels is rekindled and the companies come to an agreement on an actual dollar amount and Hot Wheels can start making Ferraris again. Almost daily I see comments on my videos of, can you give me that car? Can you send me that car? And I have done a lot of giveaways in the past, and I'm going to be doing more giveaways in the future, but I can't just give away a car if you ask for it. You really have to kind of follow my videos, enter into the giveaways, and if you win those giveaways, I'll send you those cars, no problem. But if you just keep asking me for cars, unfortunately, I'm not rich. I don't make a lot of money making YouTube videos. I can't afford to just send everybody cars all the time. But again, make sure you guys are sticking tuned and watching my videos all the time and following along. And there is giveaways that are coming out all the time. So make sure you enter into those giveaways and there's a chance that I'll send you some cars. The next question that I get quite often in my case unboxing videos is, does a treasure hunt or super treasure hunt come inside of all the cases? I really wish they did, but unfortunately, treasure hunts and super treasure hunts are not always a guarantee in cases. I've actually never found a super treasure hunt in store or in any of the case unboxings that I've ordered and unboxed for you guys. I just have no luck with super treasure hunts. Treasure hunts are now becoming a lot more common, so most of the cases that I order and unbox come with the treasure hunt for that case, but super treasure hunts are still extremely hard to find, and I do buy all of the newer super treasure hunts. I unfortunately pay the scalper price just because I want to collect them and I want to make videos of them for you guys. But I really wish I could just find them inside of my cases and I could unbox them and show you guys right away, but they're just extremely hard to find. So no, super treasure hunts and treasure hunts do not come in every single case. Recently I've done some videos about custom 20-pack Hot Wheels, and I've gotten a lot of let's say thumbs downs or disappointments, comments from you guys about me making these custom cases. I've done a custom exotics one, I've done a Lamborghini one, I might do some more in the future, but I really do these because number one, it's kind of cool entertainment value to see a case with all those really cool sought after cars, and number two, I'm kind of doing it in hopes that Hot Wheels watches my videos and they start producing bigger packs with more sought after cars. Like, we do get a lot of 5-packs at like the exotics 5-packs and trucks 5-packs, but I'd love to see like 20 packs or even 50 packs of a particular manufacturer like Lamborghinis or Fords or McLarens or something like that in a bigger variety pack, and maybe put some exclusive cars and colors into those. So I apologize if you guys are kind of disappointed that the packs are not real, but it's more or less for your entertainment value and to really hope that in the future we can actually see real legit packs of those come out. A very common question that I get quite often is, can I have a shout out? And I do like shouting you guys out, but a lot of the videos that I pre-make and upload to my channel, I don't include shout-outs through there, but I'm doing a lot more live streaming now. And if you guys are on my live streams and you mention that you want a shout-out or you mention a comment or something like that in my live streams, for the most part, I'm very responsive through my live streams. So if you guys don't watch my live streams, make sure you do. I live stream on Peak Time Racing, this channel, as well as Peak Time TV. And make sure you guys are throwing your notifications on that little bell so that you get notified as soon as I go live. And if you guys are interacting and commenting through there, through that chat, I'll definitely shout you out through there. So don't worry, I've got you guys covered. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If there's any more questions or comments and stuff that you guys have, I want you guys to throw them in the comments down below. And in about a month's time, I'll do a follow-up video to this one, a similar one, and I'll answer all of those other questions that you guys have for me. I thank you guys so much for your support on the Peak Time Racing channel. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks, Peak Timers, for watching this video. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe and throw this video a like. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.